Hey everybody, it's Roger. I got a search and destroy on scrapyard, and this time I might actually talk about the gameplay for a little bit, just because it's a little different. You'll pick up on it pretty quickly. Uh, Somehow got into one of those glitch lobbies, and everything just moved so fast, and like I was playing with some friends, and they wanted no part of it, and they just left, and it was the first time I've ever actually been in one of these lobbies. So I said I wanted to stick around and play a round or two of it. And I played like 2 rounds and I just did so awful. And but then I learned what to just throw on an LMG class and put Commando Pro on and you're good to go. So that's why I actually did pretty good this round, and everybody else in this lobby, they hadn't experienced it yet, so they were all really terrible, which is why I could clean house on them pretty much. Um, but anyway, back to what I wanted to talk about is I have a bunch more subscribers than I did not too long ago. Like I have about 100 now. I know it's not like impressive, but I didn't think I would be to 100 subscribers anytime soon. I thought it would take me like a few more weeks before I reach this high. So I definitely want to thank Golden, or James as he has led me to believe is his name. I didn't even ask him to like give me a shout out or anything. I just sent him my one video and he thought it was funny, so he put it up. And so I really wanted to thank him for that, because oh man, I just kind of like logged in the one day and I looked and I had a whole bunch of new comments and I had a whole bunch of new subscribers. Like I think before he gave me the shout out I had 23 maybe, and afterwards just coming up on 100 right now, and I about pooped myself. And I had so many comments, like people really enjoyed my story time, which I'm really glad, because I mean you can't go wrong with a story like that. That's such a good story. And pretty soon, uh, Golden wants me to upload episode 2 of Storytime, and I've got another pretty good story that I wanna share with all of you. So you'll have to go to his page and check it out. I'm sure you'll find it quite interesting. But so after that, one thing I wanted to say is, could you please rate and comment my videos? Uh, like rating, I don't really care. But comments make me happy in the pants. Like every time I log in and I see I have a new comment, I get so excited. I'm like a giddy little schoolgirl who's about to go watch Twilight. Pretty much, that's how I am whenever I see a new comment. So just go ahead and do that. Tell me how sweet I am or how sweet you are. And since there are a whole bunch of, or a whole lot, what am I saying? A whole lot more of you than there was before. What I want you to do is tell me what you want to know. Like, what would you like to know about me? I mean, I'll tell you anything. Like, really anything. You can ask me Call of Duty questions, but those are boring. I mean, I really don't think you care what perks I like. You can ask me, I'll answer, but that's boring. Ask me something exciting, like my shoe size, which is actually a 10, so don't ask me that question, but there's just an example of the kind of questions I want you guys to ask me. Um, what I wanted to talk about today was I had my second show with the guy I work for. His name is Walt Maddox. He is a lounge singer. You probably have heard one of his songs before, actually. If you've ever heard the song Blue Moon, like, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Yeah, that song. He sang it. So he was like legit, which is really awesome. And I got a job working for him. I've been running sound for him, pretty much doing his live show. And I went to his house and we both drove over to this place. It was about 2 hours away. And this place was a fucking palace. It was so huge, it was ridiculous. This place, you gotta be like a millionaire to be a member of this. Like they had a flag on display that was like 150 years old. I think it had 39 stars. And something else they had, strangely enough, was a glass case full of hats. Like there's actually two of them. I don't know if they're like old hats or if it was like some kind of special hats or maybe it was some kind of art exhibit or something like that. But they just had these two glass cases full of all these different kinds of hats. It looked kind of cool though. So I'm gonna lean toward art. And so we get there and we're setting up, and this place is a fancy place. Found out that tickets paid for the dinner and the show were $55 each, and there was about 100 of these old, call them white hairs, um, all these old people just crowded around these tables eating their really fancy lunch, because it was at like noon. I mean, who goes to a dinner show at noon? I was really confused. So, set up, play the show. I'm there in jeans and a t-shirt, and all these people are wearing like their best clothes that they own. There was actually a couple red hats there too. If you don't know what a red hat is, they're like, it's a group of old women that dress up and they wear like their best clothes ever, and then they wear these red hats. And they're pretty much the most annoying group ever. They kind of like go out and party, but they pretty much just like drink and squawk. I mean, you can't really describe how they communicate with each other any other way. They literally just squawk about nothing, and it's really annoying. So I kind of wanted to stay as far away from them as I could. But the show went off without a hitch. I actually did really good, and hanging out with this like 60-year-old black man. Um, after the show was over, I mean, we're like setting up and or actually tearing down, and this place was so fancy. They had bellboys helping me out, and they like bellboys were opening the door to the car for me, which I just don't even understand at all. Oh, and if you really care, here's a pretty, I wouldn't say sweet clutch, but it's pretty interesting clutch to say the least. So you can just enjoy that. And so if you really care, like I get the bomb defuse and finish this round 12, 2, and 1. Just let me know what you want to know from me and what you want to see this channel do. Storytime with Roger will be coming back, and I will have many good stories for you. So just go ahead and let me know, and rate and comment, and I love you. Okay.